Hey everyone, it's the one and only magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I am back at it with another CRW video. And honestly, this is going to be the last CRW video of Road to Survival's history, because I would imagine after this weekend, I just don't see them putting any more effort into having another CRW. Now, they could, but I highly doubt it, because, what is it? October the 29th, they're gonna stop making, anything that you can buy in the app. They're gonna be canceling all of that, and the game will still be up for about another month after that. But yeah, I think this might be the last CRW ever. At least it will be on my channel, because no matter how this goes, this is definitely going to be the last CRW on this channel from RTS. And like I said, I am going to find a new mobile game to play. I don't know what that's going to be quite yet. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to worry about that till December. I'll say about December. There's a couple of games I'm looking at, like one or two right now. But I'm probably going to look at a couple more, but I'm not really going to say what they're going to be yet. But like, I'm definitely going to try them out beforehand and just see which one I like the best, and then go from there. And of course, I'll keep you guys posted, absolutely. Because let me see my schedule. The only thing left I have on the schedule for this week is the NFL Week 3 game between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots, right? I still got to do that. I did have the Game of Life happening, posted on the schedule, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. That's been marked off for this week. But next week, this coming up week, the final week of October, I'm probably going to make up for that. I might have 2 uploads of the Game of Life, probably. Because I'm only going to have one RTS video coming up, which is going to be another Rating With Me, you know what I mean? Another Rating With Me video. And then it's going to be also in the same video, it's going to be the spoiler review of the Daryl Dixon Season 2 spinoff of Episode 5, right? So, other than that, that's the only RTS video. And like I said, I'm going to try to do Rating With Me every single week until RTS shuts down. So, but anyway, I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe out there. I'm doing good, and I'm staying safe for the most part. And yeah, my voice doesn't sound the greatest or whatever, but I don't know, I think it's just allergies that's like really affecting my voice. I sounded like really bad. I mean, I'm still kind of, my voice isn't 100% perfect right now, but it's better than it has been. And I mean, like, I was listening back at my last 2 videos, and I'm like, ooh, I could tell my voice isn't like up to par as it should be, but due to the change of the weather. And then like, the reason that this CRW video is coming out so late is because Friday evening I had something come up at the last minute, and I wasn't able to get to it when I wanted to do it. But I said, you know what, I was thinking about it, this is probably going to be my only chance to do a CRW video. It's probably going to be the last time I'll ever be able to do one. And I was like, you know what? I might as well do the last CRW video on the channel. Even though I haven't started doing CRW videos all that long on the channel, I just wanted to do one last one for you guys. It wasn't originally on the schedule, but to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't think they would do one last one, but they got to try to get every little cent out of us still, don't they? But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this. Let me try turning this up just a little bit. Okay. Now, I know with, which video was it? It was, I think it was not the Rating With Me video, but the other video that I made beforehand. My list of reasons as to why RTS is shutting down. And let's just say during a certain part of that video, the game just bugged out and glitched, crashed on me, right? I hope to God nothing like that happens during this video. Like, if it does, we'll just roll with it and come back into it. But I mean, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, okay. That's a really good example, right? No wonder why you're shutting down. I'm not really going to go into that list because, I mean, that video was over an hour long. And to be honest with y'all, I did not mean for that video to be so long, right? But I had a whole list of shit that, like, I wanted to go over. But did I expect it to be an hour long? No. I'll be honest with you, I didn't plan for it to be an hour long, but, like, I had a whole lot more negatives than positives. But you guys are going to hear my honest opinion. You know, I'm not going to be super positive about the game. Are there things that I like about the game? Absolutely. I went over that not too long ago, but it was a lot less positives. But because I wasn't all super positive and fake, you know, I got kicked out of a Facebook group, which, I mean, I already kind of went into that. But anywho, you know, I hope the ban was worth it. You know, I'm not gonna name names, but you know who you are. So I hope the ban was worth it defending this game that's gonna be shutting down November the 28th. I mean, whatever, you know, they made it a big deal, but, you know, no need to bring it up. No need to really dwell on it so much. You know what I mean? What's done is done. And, well, that person decided to defend a dying game to the point where they had to make a big deal because, oh, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about Daryl Dixon's spinoff. I'm not being super positive about the game. Whatever, you know. It is what it is. And for that person, I do wish the best for them, even though they made that a big deal and banned me. Whatever, cool. Oh well, it is what it is. But anyway, enough negativity for one day, right? There is something we got to talk about, which is, I'll show you guys briefly after we get done. Man, look at all them refills. Over 1,000. I'm not going to use all of them. Like, holy shit, that's a lot of refills that I have. I mean, I have a crap ton of stuff that I'm not, like, that I'm not even going to bother opening, right? So this video should be uploaded sometime Saturday, maybe in the afternoon. I'm not really sure. I wanted to get it out a lot sooner, but like I said, I had something come up on Friday evening and I couldn't get to it. And well, we're here now. Better late than never. But let's see, what else have I been doing? I've been catching up on Mass Effect 2, which I had already beaten that for like the second or third time. But however, because I enjoy Mass Effect 3, not Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect 2, I enjoy Mass Effect 2 so much, I decided to start a new game plus on it, and pretty much, you know, whatever weapons, all the weapons, and you know, your level up experience from the previous save will just go over into New Game Plus. That means, like, if you bought the Geth plasma shotgun on your previous playthrough, or if you get the Revenant machine gun in that New Game Plus playthrough, all of those weapons are going to be there with you at the start of the New Game Plus playthrough, which is, you know, pretty convenient, especially if you want to bump up the difficulty to, like, I don't know, veteran or hardcore, or God forbid, insanity. But you know, I decided to give the veteran difficulty a shot, and in some cases, in some areas, it's definitely a challenge, even despite with those weapons that carry over. Definitely a challenge. Certain enemy types, for sure, like the the enemies that I just cannot stand the most in Mass Effect 2 is the Scions, which, if you've played Mass Effect 2, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, they are these, like, big blue blobby, well, most of them, well, they're not all blobby, but like, what they do is they use this maneuver that, like, if they hit you with it, it'll take all your shields down, and if they hit you with it again, like, it could one-hit you, it could one-shot you, and yeah. So let me show you, let me join war. That was pretty quick. Let me show you this. Like, okay, so the milestone rewards, right? So why in the world are they giving us captain trainers now? Like, why? You got 300, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, all the way to 1,000. But here's the genius thing, Scopely. How about the gear? How are we supposed to use the trainers without that certain gear? Huh? But certain people wanted me to be super positive about this game. I'm just trying to give you my honest opinion, you know, and I don't apologize for giving y'all my honest opinion, whether if you agree with it or not. I'm here to give you my honest opinion on this game, and I sure as shit ain't gonna apologize for that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be a paid Scopely shill. Not gonna happen. And, like, for those that are paid Scopely shills, as far as RTS, look where it's getting them. They're not going to be making no money from Scopely pretty soon. So, there was a time where, like, this game there was hardly any negatives about this game, but the last 2-3 years, a lot more negatives than positives, and it's just, it's not the player base's fault, not necessarily. It's more so on Scopely. They don't listen to the player base, you know, and they're more focused on pay to play. It's just, I'm sure there are some more things I missed in my list, but, like, let me see. Let's talk about something else. RTS, the shutdown, it's truly depressing. It's depressing. I honestly will miss the player base. I truly will. That is not a lie. And for those asking me what I'm gonna play next or whatever, you know, I don't know right now. You know, I will definitely keep all of y'all notified for sure. Like I said, I'm already looking at 1 or 2 games now. I'm not going to say what they are, but, like, one of them is a Scopely game, ironically. So I'm going to try that one out and see how it goes. I actually kind of briefly talked about it, so like, I ain't tried it yet, but I'm looking at it. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Mass Effect 2. Let's see, what are the, who are the squad members I like the most? I gotta go with my boy, Garrus Vicarian, absolutely. He's an expert with that sniper rifle. He's got Overload. Then you got Mordin Solus. Mordin Solus, absolutely. He's got Incinerate, Cryoblast. Very good. And then, let's see, who else? Miranda Lawson, who has Warp and Overload, and she has the Slam biotic ability, which is really good. And then let me see who else. I'm trying to think. Grunt. He's a very powerful Krogan. Very good. Then you have Jack, who's a pretty strong biotic. Thane Krios. He's pretty good with the sniper rifle. He's also a biotic. He has biotic abilities. Then you have Samara, who's a pretty good biotic as well. Then you have Tali Zora, who specializes in engineering and tech abilities. Then you have, I'm trying to think of everybody. I named a good number of them just off the top of my head. Like, the point is, you have a lot of squad mates to choose from in Mass Effect 2, which in Mass Effect 1, you have 6 squad mates to choose from. You have Ashley, Caden, Garrus, Rex, Tali, Liara. Then, like, that number in Mass Effect 2, like, doubles. So you have, like, 13 or 14 to choose from. Well, it might not be quite that many, but it's definitely a lot bigger. Then in Mass Effect 3, I believe you get 6 once again. So let's see, you have Garrus, Liara, James, Javik, and it's 2 more, I think. So yeah, you get 6, which, I mean, compared to Mass Effect 2, going back to only 6 squad mates in Mass Effect 3 is it is a disappointment. It's a downgrade in my opinion, but like, the squad mates they're not bad, but I'm just saying, like, going from like almost 14 squad members only back down to 6 is a disappointment. It's a downgrade, but all of the squad mates definitely have their uses. So, you know what? That's even something, a game series that I would like to play on the channel one day. But I gotta finish Batman Arkham Knight before I even think about that. I'm so close with Batman Arkham Knight. I'm just like, damn. So close. Hopefully we can get done with Arkham Knight soon-ish. I've been at it since fucking June, I think. I think the end of June. Like, my God. If I didn't have to collect all them damn Riddler trophies and all of that, I would have already been done with Arkham Knight. I would have been already done with it. But we're still on it, but I'm getting there, but it's sure taking a damn while. Yeah, absolutely, but you know I said I would never talk about this again, but I gotta talk about the Joker 2 right quick, okay? Only for one reason. So, the opening weekend for Joker 2, I said it opened up at 40 million, right? Well, that was actually off. It actually dropped to 37 million in its opening weekend, right? Then the second weekend, the percentage drop from opening weekend to second weekend was pretty historic. Pretty fucking historic. 82% drop. So, it went from... excuse me. So, Joker 2 went from 37 million in its opening weekend down to 7 million. 82% or 81% drop. I mean, that's worse than the Marvel's drop. Like, and at the end of this month, guess what? You'll be able to watch Joker 2 at home. Because they've already announced that they're pretty much going to pull it from theaters and it's going to be on streaming. Literally this coming up week, I think. Like, that's insane. That's how big of a flop Joker 2 is. I mean, like, right now, look at, what is that movie that came out in September? Beetlejuice 2, right? Beetlejuice 2 has been out almost 2 months, and yet that movie is still making money. It's not making big amounts of money because it's already made the bulk of its money back last month, but it's making more money than Joker 2. Which, I mean, that's absolutely insane, right? And, was it last weekend or the weekend before, Terrifier 3 absolutely demolished Joker 2 at the box office, right? Terrifier 2 ended up making... No, Terrifier 3. My bad. Terrifier 2's already been out. Terrifier 3 made $18 million in its opening weekend, right? But here's the budget for Terrifier 3. $2 million. $2 million. And it made $18 million in its opening weekend, so... You know, they were popping the champagne bottles that particular weekend because they already made a shitload. They made their money back plus a profit just in a weekend. And they're continuing to make money as we speak. I don't know how much, but Terrifier 3, I know one thing. Terrifier 3 is definitely more of a juggernaut than Joker 2 is at the box office. But I'll be honest, I haven't seen any of the Terrifier movies, but however, I know that they're really gross. Like, let's see, you have that one scene, how can I talk about this without going into gory detail? Terrifier 1, I believe it is. Well, Art the Clown, he has a woman upside down, and well, he saws her in half. That's pretty much all the detail I'm going to go into it. Yeah, he saws her in half from... He starts at the bottom to the top. But, anyway. Then, in Terrifier 2, I think there's like a iconic bedroom scene. Like, even though I haven't seen these movies, I know somewhat about the Terrifier. Like, Terrifier makes Saw look tame as hell in comparison. I do know that. And then, I do know there's going to be some spoilers here, but at the end of Terrifier 2, I know that Art, the clown, he ends up getting his head cut off, right? And, well, there's this woman in an insane asylum that she ends up giving birth to his decapitated head, right? So that's how they were able to bring Art the clown back, because I know for Terrifier 3, well, let's just say there's a certain someone in the movie who, I don't know his character's name, but Chris Jericho, I know, is in Terrifier 3, and he works as an asylum worker or whatever, and well, Art's decapitated body ends up making its way back to the asylum, and yeah, they end up, he ends up getting his head attached back to his body, and that's how he comes back. Like, I can't believe this shit, man. Like, it is what it is. I mean, unlike the fans of the first Joker movie, the Terrifier fans, they keep, you know, the people behind those movies, they keep giving the fans what they want. That's why they keep making money. I mean, hello, Hollywood. It's not really that difficult, right? It shouldn't be that difficult. Just give the fans what they want, and they'll support your movies. It's really that simple. But they would rather put messages, they would rather put woke messages into the movies and shove agendas, and, you know, most people aren't interested in that bullshit. They're really not. And plus, you need to tell a good storytelling, but Terrifier 4 is definitely happening because they keep making money over there. So, as to when it will happen, I don't know, but it's gonna happen. Will the budget increase? Probably. Probably so, but like it might not increase. I don't know. I'm not gonna claim I'm an expert on that, but like the second one cost, like, what did the second one cost? Terrifier 2, I think $250,000, but they ended up making like $30 million from it. So they quadrupled their budget. So they were able to spend a lot more, $2 million, but they ended up making $18 million in its opening weekend. So I don't know what the exact numbers are for Terrifier 3 right now, but man, let's see what else. I know we have that Wicked movie coming out, I think in November, and well, all I'm going to say about that is for anybody that's excited for Wicked, hopefully for you, that movie doesn't bomb. Just because as of late, the main star of the Wicked movie, who's supposed to be playing the Wicked Witch, well, let's just say she ended up opening her big mouth and saying something stupid. All because, excuse me, the main star of the Wicked movie, who's supposed to be playing the Wicked Witch of the West, she decided to open her mouth, her big mouth, and say something stupid, all because there was a fan art of the like somebody that is a fan that is looking forward to the movie created a fan-made poster of, you know, the iconic Wicked play poster, right? But it instead of it looking exactly like what the play poster looks like, it's of Ariana Grande and the woman that's supposed to be playing the Wicked Witch, and it looks more so like that particular poster, and like she was running her mouth saying that, you know, how could you cover me up, blah blah blah, you know, attacking the fan that made that fan-made poster. And here's the thing about that fan-made poster, it's not like it's going to be officially used by the studio, so like, entitled fake victim, anybody? I don't know. Like, I believe that stupidity just may have hurt this movie. Maybe. Because, like, when you do shit like that, and, like, the person that made that fan poster, they weren't doing it to mock her. They were doing it because they was excited for the movie. Like, imagine being a fan for a project and you get mocked for it by one of the movie's stars. Just imagine, bro. Like, come on. How stupid can you be? Oh, man. Am I the biggest Wizard of Oz fan? No. But I enjoyed the movie, like, long time ago, right? But, like, I know somebody that I'm subscribed to that is a big Wizard of Oz fan, and I don't know if they keep up with any of that or not, but, like, that is such a shame for the fans of the Wicked movie. Like, the main star is going out there attacking fans because, like, they've made a fan-made poster that doesn't mean anything, that isn't going to be an official poster, and they gotta find something to get upset about, right? Talk about entitled fake victim. Oh man, she may have tanked the movie, maybe. We'll see. We got less than a month, so we'll find out. We'll find out for sure, but I mean, as far as I know, Ariana Grande hasn't came out and said anything stupid, but it's the one who's supposed to be playing the Wicked Witch that said the stupid shit about the poster, so like, even before this controversy, I saw the trailer and I'm like, okay, like, it doesn't look like the worst thing in the world, but like, it's not exactly on my radar personally. It's not like, I'm not a super fan, so it's not something that I would excuse me. But yeah, I saw the trailer and I'm like, okay, it's not the worst thing in the world. I've seen worse trailers, but I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever, but it's not for me. But I'm like, you know what? I do know somebody that is a super fan of The Wizard of the Oz. In fact, it's their favorite movie of all time. Austin Salem, right? And like, I had asked him, he did a live stream like a while back ago, and I asked him, have you seen the Wicked trailer? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, what? You ain't seen it? And I told him about it, and he was grateful that I did because he hadn't seen it. Like, I was like, wow, okay. So I was like, yeah, let me tell him about it. But, hopefully it doesn't enjoy hopefully this whole drama with the main star doesn't tamper his excitement of the movie. And just for any fans that are looking forward to Wicked, I say Wicked is, I don't think it's going to be a guaranteed success. I'm going to say it's going to be 50-50. It could go either way. It could be a moderate success, or it could be an epic failure. I mean, I don't know, right? And the main star of the movie, like, her opening her mouth and insulting that fan that made that fan-made poster, like, that ain't going to help its case if it is a failure. I'm just going to say that now, right? Because people pay attention to that shit. They pay attention to that. I mean, that's just not something that, like, she's going to say, I'm entitled, I can say what I want, and then, like, when the movie fails, I'm just saying, if it does, I'm not saying it's going to fail, but I'm just saying if it does fail, she's going to be like, oh, you bigots, you better watch my movie, blah, 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 like... Like, well, if it does fail, it will be partially her fault. And Hollywood, they will never learn. They will never learn their lesson. When you think they might learn their lesson, they don't learn their lessons. They don't. And you just can't feel but so bad for them, if at all. Honestly, like, it is ridiculous. Like, she said a whole lot more than, like, oh, my face is being covered up, how dare y'all, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, there was a lot more she said than that, but, like, it's just the point of it. Like, why are you going to insult somebody that wasn't even trying to make fun of you? They were doing it because they was excited for the movie. And, well, will that person still be excited for the movie? I don't know. But I bet that fan, after hearing all that, I bet they feel like I bet they feel like shit. Like, God forbid you be a fan of Wicked and make a fan-made poster because you're looking forward to the movie. How stupid. But, damn, that's all I got to say about that, because I don't have extensive knowledge on Wicked. So we'll see. Maybe the movie it could be decent, but like, I'm gonna say it's gonna be 50-50. It could be a moderate success, or it could be an epic failure. I don't know. I don't know, because of recent events. We'll see. We'll see. Y'all will have to let me know if y'all were looking forward to Wicked or not, because like, I think I asked y'all that and I heard cricket, so like, I don't know. At least here there aren't any Wicked fans. I don't know that, but comment and prove me wrong if there are any Wicked fans. But I don't know. Let's see. More recently, we're gonna kind of jump back to Mass Effect real quick. Oh boy, this ain't good news. What I'm gonna talk about, right? Like, apparently there was a Mass Effect board game, which I didn't even know they had a damn Mass Effect board game to begin with. I didn't know about that until this recent news. So there's a Mass Effect board game, and they decided to add pronouns to the characters in the board game. Like, for example, Liara, according to the board game, Liara is a she, they. Like, what? Anybody that has played Mass Effect knows, or should know, that anybody that has played Mass Effect should automatically know that Liara is all female, bro. Like, come on. There's no... She is definitely a female without a question. And then they have male Shepard as a he, him. Well, no shit. If you played Mass Effect, if you play as the male Shepard, he's all man. I mean, there's no question about it. Like, how stupid. Like, and there was like a writer or a developer of the game that made a big deal about it or something, and like, he was like telling people that were giving bad reviews about it to fuck off or something. It was like a whole bunch of... It was a whole mess. So, like, all I will say is, if they do ever make a proper Mass Effect 4 with, like, Commander Shepard and all that, I'm gonna be honest, in today's society, I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm good. I'm gonna act like it does not exist, because, like, I already know, they'll make it all woke and bullshit, and like, no. I mean, I don't know how many of you have been paying attention, but have you guys been paying attention to the shit show that is the new Dragon Age game? Like, that is something that, you know, you gotta think about this. Dragon Age and Mass Effect are made by the same company, right? BioWare? I think it is BioWare, right? So, you know, God forbid if they announce a Mass Effect 4 or like a Mass Effect 5 or whatever they end up calling it, and they say that, okay, Commander Shepard is going to be back. I'm good. Because, like, something something that Donald Trump said one time, wokeness turns everything to shit. And he was exactly right. And that's what's going to happen with a future Mass Effect title. In today's current society, I don't want anything to do with it. Now, could there be the slim chance that I could be wrong? I mean, it's a possibility, but I doubt it. I doubt it, because you got those freaks in Hollywood that, you know, those activist freaks that want to fuck up everything that we love from the past, and Mass Effect will just be another casualty of that bullshit. So, like, I thoroughly enjoyed the Mass Effect Legendary Edition trilogy. It's a fantastic trilogy. I don't want anything to do with Mass Effect after that. I'm good. Not in today's society. Absolutely not, because the wokeness ruined Last of Us. They tried to ruin Batman with the Suicide Squad game, which they claim is canon, but it's not fucking canon. Like, don't feed me that bullshit. What else? There's other examples. The Dragon Age games, which I've never played the Dragon Age games, but yeah, all you have to do is look up Dragon Age. Is it Veilguard or it's something like that? It's the newest Dragon Age game, and like, nah, I'm good. If I ever wanted to get into Dragon Age, I would try to find one of the older ones, but that's okay. I got Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So, but any future Mass Effect games, any future new Mass Effect games, I'm good. I'm good, man. No, thank you. Hopefully I'll be able to do one more war for you guys. Let's see, what else can I talk about? I seen on WWE that, I think it was last week, the Motor City Machine Guns debuted, and if you guys don't know who they are, they, a long time ago, they used to be in TNA, and that group consists of Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, and well, WWE is pushing them awfully fast because the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, they ended up winning the WWE Tag Team Championships, like on their second week in WWE, which, I mean, they didn't do it on their own. They had unexpected assistance from Roman Reigns. No, I don't think it was Roman Reigns. Well, it might have been Roman Reigns, but Jay Uso, was it? Who is the one on Raw? I think it is Jay Uso, right? Who does the yeet? Like, who does all that? I think it is Jay Uso, but anyway, I know that Jay Uso was the Intercontinental Champion, but he lost the title due to the Dollar Tree version of the Bloodline. But because of that, Jay Uso decided to repay the the Dollar Tree Wish version of the Bloodline by costing them the tag team titles, and the actual OG Bloodline of Jay and Jimmy Uso and then Roman Reigns, it seems like they got back together to take on the Wish version of the Bloodline. Let's see. You have Solo Sikoa, who is leading the Dollar Tree version of the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, and then the other two whose names I just don't even bother to even remember, nor do I care, because they're not the OG Bloodline, they're the Wish version of the Bloodline. It's like when you can't get Roman Reigns and the Usos, you can get the Wish version of the Bloodline for much cheaper. So, there you go. I'll be honest, I haven't been really paying too much about too much to WWE. Just, I just don't. I've been paying way less attention to WWE than I have with AEW, but right now with AEW, I'm just not. I mean, I am watching it and I am paying attention to it, but like, I don't know, Jon Moxley as the AEW World Champion, I'm just like I'm not invested. Not really. Swerve Strickland should have kept the world title. Like, my God. Excuse me. Yeah, Jon Moxley as the AEW World Champion, I don't know. Who's he gonna be facing? Answer me that one. Who knows? Is he gonna be facing Orange Cassidy for the world title while defending the world title against Orange Cassidy? Yeah. I wonder who will win that one. Yeah, it ain't gonna be Orange Cassidy. No. Like, look, I was invested a little bit with Bryan Danielson as the world champion, but like, not as invested. I'm even less invested with Jon Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose, as the world champion. I'm just like looking at anything else that isn't involving Jon Moxley and the world title right now that I just think is a lot more interesting. Like, for example, Kyle Fletcher turning on Will Ospreay. I think that's a much more interesting story right now than whatever Jon Moxley's doing with the world title. I could give two shits. Unless they do something where, like, I don't know, they maybe have Darby Allin take the world title from Jon Moxley. I don't care. Like, I don't know. I don't know what they do with the world title. Right now, it's like they're playing hot potato with it over there. I don't know, man. But, I'm not sure who's beating Jon Moxley. The only one I can think of, maybe right now, possibly Darby Allin, but who knows? Who freaking knows? I don't know. And then, like, right now, Mariah May is still holding on to the Women's World Championship. I just think that's more interesting than the world title right now. I mean, and then recently, it seems like they turned Chris Statlander back into a face. Like, like, how in the hell, how does that work? Whatever. So it seems like Chris Statlander may be starting a program with Mercedes Moné, but I don't know. Personally, I would love to see Chris Statlander beat Mercedes Moné, but bullshit is gonna happen, and I don't see it happening. So who knows? Who knows? Because somehow, even though Chris Statlander was a heel, she most recently just turned into a de facto baby face. Which, hey, WWE is not immune from that either. So, don't act like WWE hasn't done that before. They have. Just look at the Big Show, for example. He used to have about, 5 million face turns and 5 million heel turns. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He's a great example of that. One week, he's going to be a heel. The other week, he might be a face or a tweener. Like, it's really comical. I would like to see Chris Statlander, if they end up doing anything with Chris Statlander and Mercedes Moné for the TBS Championship. I would like to see Chris Statlander get that title back, but I don't see it happening. I honestly don't. I really don't. But you never know. You never know with Tony Khan's booking, right? And I kind of wanted to see Private Party beat the Young Bucks for the Tag Team Championships, because, like, I mean, there's a point where, like, the Young Bucks, they need to drop the tag team titles, and that time has already come, in my personal opinion. It should have been Private Party. I think that Private Party, they had a tag team championship match against the Young Bucks, which they came up short. They came up short against the Young Bucks back at Wrestle Dream. But I think the Young Bucks, not the Young Bucks, but I think the Private Party is getting a rematch against the Young Bucks, I think, coming up on Wednesday. And I think if Private Party loses, they have to separate as a tag team, which, I don't know, with that added stipulation with the titles on the line, they would make you think that, okay, Private Party's probably gonna win, right? I don't know. I mean, the Young Bucks might politic their way into winning once again, so I don't know. To be honest with ya, even with that stipulation, it's a high chance that the Young Bucks retain. It's honestly time for them to drop the tag team titles. And the Young Bucks are not even the most interesting part of the Elite. I think that honor goes to Okada. I would say he's probably my favorite member of the Okada is probably my favorite member of the Elite, because he goes around calling everybody a bitch for whatever reason. I don't know. I always find that so entertaining for whatever reason. It's just like, why are you going around calling people bitches all the time? Like, why? But I find it so hilarious. I don't know. Like, there's no reason for him to be calling people that, but he does it anyway, and he don't give a shit. And that's probably why he's my favorite out of the four. But, we'll see. I actually don't mind Okada. Like, even as a heel, he is somewhat entertaining. But we'll see what they do with John Moxley and Mercedes Moné, and we'll see. We shall see. Now, I don't think I have much else to talk about. I want to see how long I've been. Okay. I might try to squeeze in one more war. But, however, just know this. If the app stops recording on its own, I just want to say it's been a pleasure of uploading my CRW videos to all of you. And I wish it wasn't the end, but it's the end. And up until November, up until the last week of RTS, I will still be uploading RTS content at least once a week. That is a promise. Until this game is no longer up. That is a promise. I guarantee you that. For sure. Absolutely. Okay, let's go. Let's go. You know what? It'll be one of the last times I can use this team, so we'll try it. We'll try it. Ooh, it actually worked. Okay. I'm like, you know what? Why not? It'll be one of the only times I can use him. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Eva and Ghost. I am going to miss your awesomeness. Absolutely. I get to use you for about, what, a little over a month? So, what is my score? Second. Okay, cool, whatever. Let's finish this up. Nice. Alright, let's see if I can get one more in for you guys, and then I'm gonna call it. Of course, if the app doesn't